While both the conference and game lineup is important, sometimes a company can have a spectacular overall showing. Maybe a piece of tech was shown that wasn't discussed on stage, or maybe a game went overlooked during their conference but was discovered on the show floor. Regardless of the reasoning, let's take a look at the overall showing each company had at E3 2014. Starting with Nintendo. Here's Brian with his thoughts.
Yup, Nintendo absolutely dominated this category. After their press conference, they kicked off Treehouse Live, a 3-day live stream of gameplay-focused demos from Nintendo representatives and game developers that kept the conversation going until the show floor closed. It was like an E3 press conference that lasted for all of E3. They also held a Smash Bros. Tournament packed with professional players and a Q&A with the game's creator where new characters and features were revealed. Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé described E3 as a marathon, not a sprint, and Nintendo stayed at the front of the race for the entire show.
Microsoft is next on our list of competitors. This year they had the traditionally large booth, fantastic conference, and focused on games. So what did we think of their overall showing? Here's Mitch with his thoughts.
Just like its stage presence, Microsoft's booth was all about games, with dozens of demo stations for exclusives like Ori and Forza and Sunset Overdrive. Everything about Microsoft at E3 exuded this intense focus and commitment that you'd really only see from a company recovering from a year of skepticism and uncertainty. So far, so good. Hail Phil Spencer, long may he reign.
Finally, Sony. Currently they're leading in console sales, but did they have a great overall showing at E3 2014 this year? Could they have improved? Here's Vince with his thoughts.
For the viewer looking for exclusive retina-melting graphical showcases, I don't think anyone delivered this year, honestly. Most of the big-budget blockbusters to be at E3 were from third-party studios. That said, I could still walk out onto the show floor and run into plenty of fun, unique titles at Sony's booth. Games like Guilty Gear Xrd, Helldivers, Freedom Wars, and Axiom Verge aren't exactly going to do gangbusters, but they cater perfectly to players like me who find themselves lost between the so-called casual and hardcore markets. The messaging has changed a little since last year, but Sony platforms are still the ones that feel aimed most squarely at my particular gaming sensibilities, and I'm sure I'm not the only person out there that appreciates it.
Well, that's it from our experts, but now we want to know what you think. Who had the best overall E3 2014 showing? We'd love to know what you think, so cast your vote now.